Happy Art Day, everyone! This project is for my 4th graders, although 5th graders could feel free to do this as well. This week in art, we are going to be talking about texture and composition. Those are 2 of our art vocabulary words. We've talked about composition just a little bit before this project when we've done paintings and drawings and things like that, but we're going to talk a little bit more about the different kinds of composition that you can have. We're also going to talk a little bit about how artists use texture to create art. So your project for this week, there's actually going to be 2 parts. It's going to be a 2-week-long project. So I'm going to show you part 1 this week, and then I will show you how to do part 2 next Tuesday. So for this week, you guys are going to be creating just black and white compositions on small square pieces of paper. You can just use a regular printer paper and cut them down into smaller squares. You're going to want to cut them down because to create pieces that are bigger than this are going to take a really long time. So unless we all have a lot of extra time. So if you want to spend extra time doing it, you can go ahead and use bigger paper, but I cut mine down. And what you're going to be creating this week is a static composition, which I will talk more about in a minute, and a dynamic composition. You're going to practice with both. So you can see that my static composition and my dynamic composition I created just using a Sharpie. From there, next week, you guys are going to be creating a static or dynamic relief foil texture piece of art. So this is called a relief, and it's where you have actual texture that you can feel. You're going to be creating these using tin foil and cardboard. So this is my warm color one, this is my cool color one. When you get to this part of the project, you can mix warm and cool colors if you'd like to. I just decided that I would stick with cool for this one and warm for this one. So I will be talking more about how to make this in the next video, but for today, you guys will need just paper and a Sharpie. I hope you enjoy. All right, boys and girls, so when we're talking about static composition versus dynamic composition, what we're talking about is the way that it's making you feel, the way the composition, which is how you place things on the paper, is making you feel. In a static composition, you kind of get the feeling that the objects are standing still. So this is a really good example right here. In a dynamic composition, you get the feeling that the objects are about to move. So you can see the static one is very upright, and then the dynamic one, they kind of look like they're spilling all over the place. So that's the main difference between those 2. Hi again, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope that you have a lot of fun creating and working on your static and dynamic compositions for this week. Just to let you know, at the end of the week, there's going to be a little question and answer portion on the Google Doc that we're going to send out for maps. And for the art portion of it, the question is going to be, what is static composition? And what is dynamic composition? So if you need to, you can rewind this video and go back to that slide that I created and write down those definitions so that you know exactly what the answer is, okay? So that's gonna be on the little art portion of your quiz at the end of the week. I can't wait to see what you guys create. Please feel free to email me with any questions you might have, or email me pictures of your compositions. I will see you in the next video when we get to start our relief out of foil. Happy Art Day!